So realization alert, like in this old contract, I've been doing a lot of gardening, lots of soul gardening. It is planting seeds, new ideas, new timelines, new versions of realities. And I'm thinking, what's all of this about, right? What is the greater picture to all of this, right? I'm thinking back, thinking forward, thinking sideways, thinking adjacently, and I'm just like catching a fly out of the air, just did. And I'm thinking, literally, you know, I come from this pharaoh DNA, right? And it's linked to Lyrian, ancient, Lemurian, Iggy, Pleiadian hybrid, queen goddess, deity, bloodline, and I'm just thinking, it's just wow, I've been planting all these seeds, right? And I'm what is going on here? What is all of this gardening, for and whatnot? My higher self, my higher self just contacted me and was like, well, Isabella, you are integrating thousands of versions of perception and consciousness. At the same time, you are aiding in the visual understanding of personal alignment within the subcore mediums of all beings. And I was really pondering this thought. Perhaps, because there is a massive shift that's taking place, and up and coming another great reset experience is going to be trying to manifest itself. However, the age of Atlantis is well awakened at this time. Lemuria, everything. We are online. We are 100% available for our ascension process. And I was just thinking, having all these bloodline and whatnot, and there's got to be a larger picture to all of this, and it's way bigger than any lifetime. And I was just contemplating on such, and I know I've been saying quite enough, with the filler. It's just a marvelous thing to utilize this language, this English language, with so many filler words and astrophes and such. And so got me again, but I don't need to micromanage myself at this time. It's a low-headed consciousness just chiming in, trying to distract this pure thought vision. It's just a conversation is now. There's no distraction. It's just actually illusion in its own heart. And so we come back to the idea of this larger picture, and the fact that perhaps there is a building of everybody utilizing their self-discernment, maybe in a new lifetime, all of these beings will have this classification from a past life awakening point, i.e. meeting me. Hi, hello, Isabella. Nice to meet you. My zodiac chart allows me to be very analytical, very dissecting, and very forward with notions of belief systems held by individuals. And it's just a cross-examination, baby. It's just a laugh. It's a who, a laugh, a hum, and a whistle all at the same time, and just like pondering on such thought and pondering on idea and just like cross-referencing the two, thought forms magnetically resonating, and idea consciousness, and this is not the id consciousness. Idea versus id, iteration is almost like an iteration, so it's like a synthetic visualization of an original form. So like an id consciousness is almost like a mere mirage of a visual form that already has established place in a solidified field. And solidified can be anything. It could be physical, ethereal. It could be, rock formation or water formation. Solid foundation, solidification. That's all what we're talking about here, right? This is like just to channel the, consciousness here stream. And just thought I'd share it with entire public here. Like in every timeline that could ever exist, right? And as long as servers will always be, accessible. And I mean servers will always be accessible, even with the historical knowledge of the falling of Nibiru and whatnot, right? So, everything's accessible within the now, the present, the time. All timelines are accessible in a singularity form. It's not per se time in itself, rather, but it's a singularity perception. It's a viewpoint within a second of a singular estimation of distance in between something you desire and something undesirable. The negotiation of dualities is precedented within the being that requests invitation to cosmic analogy, invitation to allowance of Akashic records, in confirmation, a large snake-like shadow just appeared on the apartment building wall that I've been gazing upon. That is confirmation. It's Ophiuchus, the 13th zodiac that's been revealed. The shadow is the idea of everything as a whole moving copacetically in a, onward spiral motion of its own borealis and its own Plato analogy of what it is to be, or, what it is not to be, rather, right? Shakespearean existentialism, the idea of mystic and wonder, the play of awe, the reminiscence of everything and nothing at the same polarity, moment and standing. It's all referenced to the intention set within